Peace and love, family and friends, naysayers, whomever. My name is Leon Wheeler Jr., and this is Master Making in Motion. And today's talk will be part two. Two is all about the babies. Now, as I said the first talk, that I do not claim to be an authority on this subject matter. I've studied it. It's something that's dear to my heart, without a doubt, seeing that I was once a youngster myself, and I've experienced a lot of vicissitudes in life. Being a youngster, coming to this point now, and I care. I care. As always, that's the reasoning behind most of what I've done yet far throughout my life, is because I want to give back. This is my way of giving back, and this is what I aspire to do because I love my people, I love humanity. I feel really great about our potentials, the possibility, and I want to do my part. I want to assist my brothers and sisters to help any way I possibly can to make us greater, to make us better, because I have faith in us. I believe that we are chosen people, and it has to start with our babies because the babies are going to be the leaders tomorrow. So to me, it's our job to equip them with as much information as we possibly can. We have to give them the game. It's necessary because, again, they will be the leaders tomorrow. And this is an obligation. This is a duty that's definitely placed upon us once we decide to become parents, without a doubt. You're duly bound. You're duty bound. You have to, you should, you should give all you have. You should make it your business to do everything that you possibly can to put your children in the best possible position, to give them some leverage in the game. And that's the only way you can do this is by learning, studying, and sharing that information with them. I didn't say this the first time, but I think it's really important to pick up these, do as much as you can before you even have a child, without a doubt. So you want to pick up habits, productive habits. And that's pretty much today's concept, is going to deal with a healthy, what I call healthy habits, healthy habits. So today is going to be based on healthy habits. So we want to motivate us to add these things to our arsenal. We want this is ammunition to help us guard the front, prepare the front, protect the front. Teach our children. Calling the front is that they are the gift. The gift is the babies, is the children. So we have to do what we can. So in the first talk, I suggested that parents consider three things I mentioned, and put it to practice if all possible. And everything is, again, it's going to be, we're going to piecemeal this. It's going to be a series of talks because the child raising is a forever duty. To me, I don't have any biological children at this particular moment, but all the world children's are mine. So I feel I'm obligated to do my best to give them as much as I can and share with them information. And I do. I got children up and down my block. I got some children just moved next door, quite a few on my block now. And it's challenging because, again, this is a different world. And you have to learn how to deal with them, dealing with the new mindsets of society. Excuse me, and the parents. So this is all new. It's a new terrain. But I humbly embrace it and take it in because it's important to me. Again, this is what I have to do. Before, I wrote my books. This is child raising, I say. This book here, King, is a novel, but you got to read it. This is a novel that you can listen to it. It's child raising. But anyway, so in the first one, I mentioned three things that I suggested parents take in consideration and practice. And the first thing I said, you want to create a healthy environment. So you want your house to feel safe for the children. You want them to feel secure in there, that they can do what's necessary, be comfortable. So you want to secure that. You want to make sure you create a safe environment. I also spoke about love. And when I speak about love, which is a really delicate subject to me, but I have to deal with it from an unconditional standpoint. Because to me, if you're talking about love and you're talking about all of the things that you connect a whole lot of stuff to it, to me, it makes it conditional. So we're talking about unconditional love. So you want to show them what unconditional love is. You want to show them that you love them, and you love them irregardless of their accomplishments or whatever. You love them just because. And, so that's showing them what love looks like. And respect. You want to respect them. You want to show them what respect looks like and how to be respectful. And you teach them to take that same information into the world and be respectful to the other citizens of the world. So we want to show them what these things looks like. In today's talk, we're going to speak more so on healthy habits. It's going to deal with a little bit of hygiene stuff, and we're going to have to deal with this because there's so much, again, that I want to cover. But in this healthy habit concepts, I'm going to come up. I want to share with you three aspects that we want to add to. We want to just add to the whole equation because we're going to do it again, little bit by little bit. And the first thing I suggest that parents teach their children, and first and foremost, you always want to be an example of what you're doing. You want to practice it yourself as much as you can. Well, however you need to do it, but you want to get your children in the habits, but they're paying attention to what you do and more so than what you do than what you say. So you want to be the example. That's why I was saying, you want to show them what unconditional love looks like. You want to show them what respect looks like. So you want to show them these particular healthy habits. And habits turns into, second nature. When you do them enough, they become rituals. So keep that in mind. So these habits, these rituals, we want to show these children. And the first thing we want to do for them is we want to show them and tell them and teach them that when they wake up, they want to pay homage. Now, how you look at this and how you deal with this, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. For some people, they pray to a supreme being on the outside. They pray to God, Allah, Jehovah, Jesus. However whatever practice that you do, you want to teach your child to pay homage as soon as they wake up and showing their gratitude. Supplication is what I would like to say. You supplicate. Or you can have affirmations. You can teach them what affirmations is, and they can say, I am, and I will, and, certain stuff. And they can go through this particular ritual as soon as they wake up, preferably before they get out of bed, before they take their feet out of bed. Or they can get out of bed and kneel or whatever way they pray, and you do this. Or you can meditate. Now, for myself, I'm in the habit of meditation, and I think meditation is the best thing for me. To me, meditation, when I meditate in the morning, if I don't do it, my day may be all over the place. It tends to give me some balance. It's just you set the stage, so to speak, and that's what this supplication, affirmation, or meditation does for you. So you want to teach them to pay homage, to supplicate, or affirmation, or meditate as soon as they wake up. That's the first thing we want to add that. The second thing we want them to do is, and you have to do this, it has to be done every day. Becomes a ritual. You want them to make their bed. The second thing they must do is make their bed. You want them to always make their bed. And it's just something about having a bed made. If you go out into the world and you do what you do and you come home and you decide that you want to go to sleep or whatever, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to know that you're going home and you're about to go into an area where that you're welcomed with a warm bed that's neatly prepared. Having a neat bed or a neat environment, a room, I mean, it's actually a good way to it set the precedence on how you think. If you're neat outwardly, you have some structure inwardly. That's what it basically is. It's a picture perfect example of how you want to think. You want to think. You know, if you got a real messy, junky room, it's probably an indication that your thoughts are messy, junky, all over the place. This is my opinion. So I think the second thing we want to do, without a doubt, every single morning after supplication, affirmation, or meditation, we are going to make our beds. That's what you got to teach them. We're developing healthy habits, hygienical habits. And the third thing they must do each and every day is they must wash their face and brush their teeth. Now, we're going to talk about proper, I guess we probably implement the proper way to brush your teeth. I mean, we can talk about that. But the thing is, we want to brush our teeth. We want to floss. We want to take care of our teeth because these teeth, you get two sets, and if you take care of them, they'll last you throughout your life. As a youngster, my mother took me and my siblings to the dentist religiously. Me and my older sister, and it kind of maybe fell off a little bit as she had my third sister, but we went religiously, and I think we was taken advantage of by the dentist that was our dentist because they make money when they work on your teeth. So to me, we was said to had a lot of cavities. They did a lot of fillings, put a lot of metal in it. But for the most part, me and my sister still have our teeth. Thank God. And that's something my mother, she didn't do. My father, he didn't. They didn't really take care of their teeth like that. So because it was a different time. Other things was, health. That part of the health issues wasn't, I guess so much of a mandatory thing. But they made sure they did it with us. And again, I think we were taken advantage of, but we learned certain hygiene habits early on. Me and my older sister, my sister right under me, for sure. Definitely me and my older sister. I know that because it was just us two for some years, and then 5 years later, my sister right under me came. So anyway, these are habits that definitely is going to benefit you in the long run. And this is what everything we do on this is we're suggesting things that's going to make us successful, give us strength, and we'll be able to carry on down the road. So there's just three things that I'm asking you to implement now with the what was said before. And we don't want to overload you with information because it's a lot that we need to talk about. And I want to make it as simple to digest, to take in. I don't want to overwhelm nobody. I want them to be able to take the time and say, well. And so I suggested possibly go back and look at the first series of It's All About the Baby because it's all about our babies. You know what I'm saying? We were once that, and now it's our turn to do it properly, teach them right. You know what I'm saying? And each one teach one, and we got to take information and share it with one another. One of the things, and I'm gonna shut this down in a second. One of the things though that really inspired me on my quest to I don't know if I had a book here, but one of the things that really inspired me to really go hard on my teaching my two sons because I had the most. I had the most. They was more exposed to me when I was incarcerated. Their mother allowed them to be really still close to my family. So my mother and father, really my mother, she made sure that she brought them, my two boys, to see me the most, Ralph and Ramon. So anyway, what really inspired me to talk to them the way I started talking to them, and I know I've made a hell of an impact on them. I mean, we got some issues that we need to resolve now, but I know that I put them in a mental capacity. They're strong men, irregardless of some of the shortcomings that they got. And I'm not calling them out because I got probably way more shortcomings than them. So, birds of a feather usually flock together, or what to say, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So they my sons, and they are my sons, and so they act like me in a lot of ways. We got a lot of the similitudes, but I was able to find a voice to talk to them by reading the book by Lord Chesterfield, Letters. And that book opened me up to talk to my children in a way, my sons in a way that I know impacted their lives. Irregardless of what transpired afterwards, and what we're dealing with now, I know that they are definitely free-thinking individuals, pretty stubborn, smart, without a doubt, loving, strong. But we had a lot of issues, and that goes without being said because of how, the whole scenario of being here in North America and all of the garbage that was, forced down our throats, the self-hate that was perpetrated, and I guess taught to us, brainwashed, and so we developed a bunch of bold habits too. But I talked to my sons, and I found my voice through the book Lord Chesterfield's Letters, and he was writing his son, and in that book motivated me to talk to my sons in a way to teach them some things that wasn't taught to me, and to tell them some things that wasn't told to me. So I wanted to give them as much information, and you can probably go overboard if you don't have the right structure, but give them enough information so they won't be they wouldn't be caught off guard in the world. So they would be able to address almost anything that came their way because they had a pretty round viewpoint about life because I shared it with them. I made sure to talk to them about a lot of things. And I don't know if they're doing that with their children today. I'm sure on some level they have, and they are. And because I know the boys because I raised them from a distance, but we had a really close relationship, close enough for me to say some things to them, and I know that it stuck with them. So I found my voice through that book. So I suggested, and it showed me the importance of some other things we're going to implement. And I got it from just studying child raising tactics, listening to other people's viewpoints, many viewpoints. And I don't think no one have, I guess, the Bible on child raising. You learn as you go, and every child you have to deal with them based on who they are. So I don't think you have a one size fit all. You got some generalizations that you can use across the board, and that's like I said. Right now, that's what we're doing. We talk about general things, pretty simple tips that if implemented into our children's lives, it will give them more structure. It will help them with their discipline and their self-control, and make them more responsible. More credible and responsible adults when they come, make them more successful. Because that's what it's about. We're in the business right now of creating masters. That's what the channel is: master making in the motion. Master making in motion. That's what it is. That's what this book is. It's a king, a master in the making. Up and coming players. Code and ethics. These are hygiene. These are tips for building strong, prosperous black men and women. This is mind building. This is what this is about. So I wanted to just add these three things. Again, we're going to say it one more time before we go. I'm going to add in the beginning, and it's all about the babies. One, we spoke about a safe environment. We want the children to feel comfortable, to grow and to explore, and to just to feel free. We don't want them to feel like they're in bondage, so the environment has to be safe. First thing we want to keep in mind. Also, we want to teach them about love, what love is. I mean, I know most of us don't know what love is in totality, but we definitely understand what unconditional means. So we're saying loving somebody without conditions. We want to show them what that is, so that we want to make sure they know that they mean the world to us, irregardless of what they're doing or what they've done, their schoolwork or whatever accomplishments. That we don't look, we're happy. We praise that. We praise the good actions and good behavior, but we love you irregardless. So we want to teach them what unconditional love is. We want to let them know we love you unconditionally. We want to teach them that and make them feel safe in their environment and with themselves so they can be loving individuals. And we want to talk to them and teach them about respect. We want them to respect themselves. We want to respect. We have to respect them and teach them how to respect others and how to be respectful to our the ancestors, the elders, whomever, to yourself. We want to teach them that. So, and from there, we go into today's talk. We started with supplications or prayers, or however you want to say it, affirmations or meditation. We could probably talk about meditation because I think that's it works wonders for me, and that's a blessing. From meditation, we wanted to teach how to be neat, how to keep your area, be responsible for your area. I mean, if you got a bed, you make your bed. You be responsible for your area. So we want to teach them to make their bed every morning, no excuses. This is the start of the day. You make your bed. You create this environment to where when you come home, you have a nice, warm bed that's welcoming and welcome you to it. So making our bed is mandatory. We want to teach them that. All kids. We start them as young as possible. We're making these, we're giving these, we're building healthy habits. And these habits become rituals. And we want them to wash their face and brush their teeth. We want to teach them how to use dental floss so they can floss 1 to 2 times a day, brush their teeth 1 to 2 times a day. We're going to start off with making sure that they do it early in the morning. So these are the 6 things now we're working on, and we're moving. If I said anything that you see can possibly help someone there's always somebody I'm sure, as you know, somebody can possibly benefit from this. And if you do, I ask that you share it with them. That's the way the channel grows. So you share it with them. So I ask that you like the channel, hit that like button, and you share the information with your family, friends, whomever, naysayers. I ask that you subscribe to the channel because I need your help to grow the channel. So I ask that you do that, and keep in mind you can get my books still at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can get them you can get paperback, hardback, or you can get the ebook, or you can get the audio book if you don't want to read. Take the time. And there's a lot of game here, man. This is child raising. That's what I'm about. I'm about us. So I'm going to leave you as I came, in peace and love, and inspiring you to be the best example that you can fathom about yourself. I say simply, be.